call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to Memorial Stadium, Lincoln, Nebraska, and home of the Cornhuskers. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Canes will put toe to leather and we'll get started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Leaves it with the back. Turning it on. Picks up the first down. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Nebraska's had a lot of guys to feed over the years. Mike Rozier, Roger Craig, I am hip. But you don't know who's going to get it with this running attack.
Yeah, but I do know this, Reese. Whoever gets it is going to run the football physical. And Nebraska's going to be very happy. Their fan base will be jacked if they establish the physical ground game, because that's who they are.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
The Cornhuskers in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, it's so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on it, hard to get him to the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On the move, he fires. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down?
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. Second and 8 coming up. When you have a conference as deep and balanced as this Big 12 is, it's important to get off to a quick start in conference play.
Yeah, you're going to be challenged each and every week here in the Big 12 Conference. Since they've expanded, the quality of this conference has gotten so much better. So, David, big challenge here to make sure mentally your mind is right starting this season off today.
Yeah, I mean, to make your dreams come true, it starts one game at a time, the old cliche. But the Big 12, year in and year out, so many different teams that can beat you, so many different teams that can put points up on the scoreboard. Got to start fast in Big 12 play.
And the Huskers are threatening on first and goal. Now on the move. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown!
defense has their hands full in this game because of what you saw right there. This quarterback is one of the fastest players in the entire country, and he runs one in. They're going to have to do a better job getting hats to him because they know they're going to see the QB run a lot today.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Bang it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Give to the tailback. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Hurricanes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Going to take a shot on second and short. Caught over the middle. It's Gilbert. And that is a nifty bit of navigation to get through that traffic and get the first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Looking to throw on first down. It's complete on the right side. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Hey, QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle, it's Barnes. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. Wants to keep it in the air. The short hands, it's Barnes. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, the head coach has a big decision.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Low man wins. Defense that time on fourth down was expecting run. You saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Well, he comes up with the reception, but not a lot of room to run after that.
Yeah, and I like the QB doing this. I mean, I'm going to find ways to give him the football and see if he can make a miss. And I'm going to bet most of the time that my guy is a little bit more athletic than that defensive guy. Defense won this battle, but I like trying to get this guy the ball in space.
Finds his big tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Quick release by the QB. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the break. It's Nebraska holding the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Scanning the field, it's St. Clair. Swings it out to his running back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backwards. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got the back over the middle. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
Good play call on defense. 3rd down in that situation, you're just playing a big zone. You want everybody having their eyes on the quarterback, playing in their areas, and you want them rallying to the football. As soon as that running back caught the ball, they all came screaming in. They were able to make a tackle and now set up 4th.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Notre Dame is trailing right now, but they are not out of this. I remember Rocket Ismail wake up the echoes all by himself. Let's see if this group can come back. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Clemson. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time where you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up 4th down.
And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. The definition of 4-down territory has changed over the last few years. It extended into their own territory there.
Anywhere, everywhere, just look at the card, right? That card's supposed to tell us what to do, but maybe I'll go for it anyways. This offense took a little bit of a gamble, but they get the first down. Nothing to worry about this.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to throw it. Now he's going to break the pocket. It's complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Offense gets set for second down. Back to pass. He's got him in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. A great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're in zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on 3rd and short.
Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Hurricanes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Quarterback keeper. Breaks into the open. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
Well, the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a 1-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw. It's St. Clair. Got it in the middle. It's Provo. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Huskers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. They'll run it from the gun. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And as he throws, can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Using the quick game. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10.
All right, defense. It ain't working. Right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
The Cornhuskers getting set on 1st and 10. Finds his big tight end. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking deep. Got his man on the right. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
They're down to the 20, 1st and 10. From the gun, running back gets to give. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Pulls it and fires to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Makes the grab. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Might be calling a hot route. This quarterback part of their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. Fires to the tight end. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've held this ball forever, driven it deep, now facing a 3rd and goal. Fires into the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to knock through a short one, his 2nd of the day, this one from 23. Right down the boulevard. The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Huskers will kick it off to start the 2nd half. Not going to give him a chance to make a play as they boot that thing through the end zone. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Here comes the offense on second down. A run for the quarterback. He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
The Canes have it with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. At the 40, there he goes. Wide open spaces. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Here comes the 2-point try. Trying to power it in. He is stopped short in the gamble on the 2 to try to go on top. Comes up short. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. To throw, it's St. Clair. Throws to the back. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Sends it back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Huskers will punt this one away.
I think going into halftime trailing, this defense knew that they were going to have to start making plays here in the second half. And early in the third quarter here on this drive, they get a sack. That is really good news for this defense.
Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Just going to keep it after the snap. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. Unloads quickly. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him, get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
The black shirts looking to this crowd, and they are delivering energy on this big third down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, when you've had the day that this guy's had so far, why not hand it off to him on third down, right? At this point, you're almost basically expecting him to find a way to pick it up, and he does exactly that. This guy has been a monster all game.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Cornhusker. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. It is one thing to come up with the interception. No, don't stop there.